Mm-hmm.
So what did that feel like to you?
It like a like the fight or flight response. Yeah, like my heart's beating as if there's danger.
Okay. Okay. So what was there about wanting to share something that felt dangerous to you?
Yeah, I'm trying to. How do I nail this? I mean, can I give a like hypothesis? Because I don't know if I know for sure, or
No.
maybe it's multiple things.
Okay. Don't worry about that. Just answer the question. Don't try to sort out the answer. Whatever comes up.
Okay, say the question again.
What is there about wanting to share that felt dangerous to you?
That I could be viewed as uh like I guess something just off. Like yeah,
Mhm. Okay. And how would you know that?
based off of so what I do is I read like body language. So like based off how people respond to what I've said.
Okay. So so in this scenario, you believe you're reading body language that's saying something is off with you.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let's say that that happens. You say something and you're getting this kind of body language. Why is that dangerous?
Is dangerous because I'm, I'm thinking it means like my default way of being generates that type of response. Um, yeah, like my way of being generates that response.
Okay. Okay. So you have a your default, which is your natural way of being. Yeah. That's the kind of thing that it generates. And so if it does generate that response, still what is there about that that's dangerous for you, even if it does?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you why are you smiling?
Because I was, I think I kind of, oh, I'm seeing a connection of basically, I think I'm gonna say it suggests to me that so things that I want, I have to be like be able to perform in a certain way. So basically, I saw that I'm gonna tell you that it puts me at risk of getting what I want, and then but then so I laughed because like, oh, okay, but I don't need what I want to be happy. That's why I laughed.
Wow, that's fast even for me. So it puts you at risk of getting what you want, and then you immediately thought that you don't have to get what you want in order to be happy. Let's slow it down a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So you're sitting around at dinner and people are talking and you decide to offer something into the conversation about yourself. You get this kind of you're imagining this kind of body language that's good that people are that's dangerous for you and you're realizing that what feels dangerous is that your default way of being, you just being you, and it generates that response.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you get from there to it puts you at risk of getting what you want? It puts me at
Based off one of the questions you asked, and uh, So yeah, the question you asked, because you're gonna say why is that dangerous or something, like the fact that they have
Mhm.
those responses, why that's
Yeah,
dangerous.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
then I was gonna say it's dangerous because if I'm generating these responses in this scenario, and I know there's a lot of other stuff that I want to do, right? That from a social perspective, then like basically I'm seeing failure. I'm seeing
Okay,
failure in those
all
other
right.
situations already.
So, okay, so you're saying that it puts you at risk of not getting what you want.
Yeah. So it's like the cognitive distortion thing. Like I'm taking this scenario, my performance here. So yeah, why my performance in other scenarios yeah, it's just not gonna work out because it's not working out here. So does that make sense?
Mhm. Okay. So you're looking at, you know, your way of being is generating that kind of response, and you what that means to you is that you can't get what you want. You're not going to be getting what you want because you just being you generates negativity on for other people.
Yeah, if we like look at it from a high level, yeah, yeah,
Well, that's not that high. It's that's what you believe. What you believe is that when you get negative responses from people, that's about you, that what that means to you is that you won't get what you want from them. But it seems to me you're not really talking about the people sitting around that table at dinner. Like, is there something? What? Let's narrow it down before we go to the whole global. I'll never get what I
hmm
want, and then I'll die alone in a cave or something.
hmm
Let's not go there. Let's just get what are you wanting there at dinner when you're offering something of yourself and people have a negative response? What did you want that you're not getting?
I wanted to be able to not have to like think about whether or not I'm going to be able to deliver this like comfortably, and then that because yeah, I also put at danger that if I don't deliver something comfortably, then it's going to also generate the negative responses in people. And then I think I also want that people will will take it as I guess a valuable contribution. So a contribution that we should noodle upon as a group and like discuss or dig into or acknowledge.
Okay, so let's just put aside that you want to deliver it comfortably because that's what we're talking about. You're not delivering it comfortably,
Mm-hmm.
and that you want to get to that,
Mm-hmm.
and you will deliver it comfortably when you're no longer afraid.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're talking about, stopping being afraid. So what you're afraid of is you're going to say something, you're going to offer something, and they're going to react negatively to it, and that means that it's not valued. That's what you're wanting. What you're wanting is for your input to be valued and for people to go with it,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and you're saying that because you're getting this negative body language, that means that it's not being valued. It's just going to be cast aside. Is that right?
Um, trying so yeah, so definitely correct that I want my input to be valued. And then when I look at the body, yeah, I look at the body language as um, a blocker, or it's like indication that my things are at risk for being valued.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So like, oh snap.
So they're not being valued. So you hope that it would be, in putting something forward, you're hoping that it'll be valued, but bam, it's not being valued. And so what if it isn't? If you're sitting around with a bunch of people, the conversation's going a certain way, you have some input, slap down, people aren't interested, negative reactions, whatever. How does that put you in danger? Or is that the right thing? Well, let me just ask, how would you feel about that then? When you're at that point where you see that they're not valuing what you'd hope that they would value, how do you feel about that?
It's almost like, ooh, then I think it's really like, then I shouldn't be here. Like, why am I here?
Mm.
If they don't, yeah, if I'm not valued. And then I guess the other concern is, yeah, I think that, yeah, the black and white, I guess the concern is, oh, what if this, yeah, what if this happens all the time? Yeah.
So black, white, you mean?
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I
No,
gotta
no,
stop.
you could say anything you want, but I'm
I'm
just
just, I don't
asking.
even know if I know what it means by black and white. Basically, I'm saying that the danger is, I'm thinking, okay, they don't, value or respect me. Um, then why am I here? And then also I think it's, yeah, is there something about me that, is why that I'm not valued or respected? And then could this be something that's going to happen across the board in other situations that I get into?
Okay. So when you're there in that situation and you think that it's happening, and again, you don't actually really know, you think that you're a good reader of body language, but unless you actually ask the person, you don't know. For all you know, they thought it was a wonderful idea and they're pissed off that they didn't think of it themselves, and that's why you're seeing the body language that you're seeing. So you don't really know, but that's what you're imagining. You're imagining that, and you're immediately questioning what's the point of being there. So what is the point? Or let me put it this way. Why, if people aren't immediately liking what you have to offer, why does that bring you to that question? Why am I here?
I think it's because, okay, maybe this is the belief that if I'm going to be in a situation that I want to be in, I think I want anything that comes from me to be acknowledged as if, yeah, maybe it's not right, but just acknowledged that, okay, yeah, we see the perspective. Yeah, it's just acknowledged.
Sure. Yeah. So that changes it a bit. It's not even that people need to go with it, but it's just you just want it to be acknowledged. Hey, that's an interesting idea. We're not going to do it, but it's a really interesting idea. You want to be acknowledged.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not acknowledged, why is that a reason for you to feel like you shouldn't be there?
Because I think it means yeah, I think I say it means that they don't respect me.
Okay.
Like they don't respect me enough. They don't look at me as an equal here. Yeah, they don't look at me as an equal here.
Yeah. So in a practical way of thinking about this, you're sitting around with a bunch of people, you have something to offer, they're not even, acknowledging it, and they don't see you as an equal. That's not a situation that you necessarily want to be in, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
No problem. You decide, and well, I'm not going to hang out with these people anymore. But we started out with you feeling anxious, which to me tells me that this is not just a practical problem, it's an emotional problem. So is it still an emotional problem? As we've talked about it, you still feeling the anxiety about them doing this?
I don't know. I'm not feeling it now, but
But are
if
you
I were to
imagining
hang
that?
out,
Yeah.
if I were to hang out with other people, I think it would come up.
Okay. Okay. So if people aren't looking at you as if you're an equal, or at least you don't think that they are, what is there about that that bothers you? I mean, given that you want to be looked at as an equal, I know that, but if they're not.
The only thing coming to my mind is like it's just unacceptable. I'm saying
Okay.
to myself, I just think I love view it as unacceptable.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I view as unacceptable, and I think a part of it in the past is from uh, basically. So I'm black, and I've been in a lot of white worlds, and so I think there's a fear that people will look at me less than just because I'm black. So that's also
Right.
part of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's not what you want. That's unacceptable to you. But if
Yeah.
people do that, again, you don't want it.
Hmm.
But why is it a reason for you to feel bad?
Hmm. Um, I think I can only point to in the past. It was used as a mechanism, right, to somehow thinking is that will help prevent it from happening. But as you put it now, right? Yeah. But yeah, what's the value of feeling bad about it? Yeah, yeah, I don't want it, but what's the value of feeling bad about it?
Well,
And
what if you didn't? If you're with a bunch of white people and they're treating you like you're not an equal, and you don't feel bad in any way, how could that be bad for you?
hmm, I think there's like a some hazy belief that yeah, it's because it's bad as a human to accept that you have to do something. That have to like yeah, basically you can't accept that. No, like that's not okay. Uh you have to be indignant about that or something.
Oh, yeah,
Like
right.
it's not right. It's
So,
not yeah.
right. So the bad feeling, the indignant and feeling indignant, feeling bad, um, it does something. It brings something to the situation that wouldn't be there if you didn't feel indignant or bad in any way. So what does it do? Like if you were just cool and you didn't feel bad in any way, but you were really just like immune to it, how could that be bad for you?
I think it was from the idea.
But just answer this question. So if you were chill about it and you didn't feel bad in any way, what do you feel like you'd be giving up?
Yeah, I think it was I was saying to myself that means I believe that.
Oh,
That I believe that as well.
ah,
So accepting that, oh, I am less than.
yeah. So, I mean, this is a classic demonstration of how we use unhappiness as a motivation. Feeling bad when somebody treats you that